Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Berkah HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles who great millstone who grew well and teach well, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, pushing this word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom, shalom. It's your brother Kwame Walter, the great millstone Charlotte camp, with a quick in-transit lesson. On my way to the plantation now. And I just wanted to touch on, man, you know, titling the lesson, regardless of who won, Jake, you lose. Because in the aftermath of this election, right, we're seeing Eve show her true colors, but we're also seeing the so-called blacks for Trump, you know, in this celebratory mindset. When they don't understand that they're putting their trust in a system that's doomed to fail, right? They're putting their comfort in their oppressors. They they're content in just choosing their new slave master, right? Or refreshing a slave master. But that Stockholm syndrome, right? That make America great again. All that has permeated you Israelites' minds. That's how you can see, right? You see Jake, they're out here. You have the Northern Kingdom. They voted for Trump, right? Thinking that he's going to do better for them. And you got Jake in the Southern Kingdom, right? That was speaking on this as well, man. Right? Because they believe that Trump can do something to help forward them in this society, ultimately, which is far from the truth. And now we're seeing that divide between those who voted for Kamala and right the Northern Kingdom that voted for Trump. So they're still dividing the Northern and Southern kingdoms. They're still working to keep that separation. So like it. But the point, man, regardless of who got in office, right? You Israelites, if you don't come back to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, you lose, man. Right? There's no winning without Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Right? That's what Jake fails to realize. So just starting here in Isaiah 30, because we touched on it at camp. It's Isaiah 30 and 1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. Right? Because Jake is taking advice of all these. Well, Jake is taking advice from all these politicians. They're taking advice from all these celebrities, right? And then they're going to the polls to try to set up a leader that they're going to believe to, be for their betterment. But it's far from the case. It says they cover with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. And what's that sin? That we've been speaking on for weeks is that voting, man. Because that word vote, as brothers often go into, goes into making a vow to a god, right? They're putting these people up as deities that they may seek some form of protection, some hedge, right, from a coming destruction or receive some type of blessing, as a result, right? That walked down to go into Egypt, right? And we're in spiritual Egypt right now, Babylon the Great, and have not asked at my mouth because they don't even consider Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, right? This vote, right? This election or selection rather, right? Because we understand how these things work, right? This whole thing had nothing to do with the Heavenly Father or His Son, though they portrayed it as some Christian um, resurgence, in regards to Trump, right? He really doesn't have the Heavenly Father, in his mind, man, right? So like, to strengthen them, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. And that's what we're about to see, right? That peace and safety that Jake feels as a result, this victory, is going to be to their confusion. It was going to be to their confusion if Kamala won. It was going to be to their confusion if Trump won. It was going to be to their confusion if whoever the fuck won, right? Because ultimately, whoever was put in office was going to be a puppet used to forward this new world system, right? They were going to be used to push this Agenda 2030 or 2025, right? All these things were going to take place with whoever was going to be in office. It could have been fucking Kanye, right? It didn't matter. It reads, for this, for his princes were at Zoan, and his ambassadors came to Hanes. They were all ashamed of a people that could not profit them, man. Right. So we're gonna see great shame upon the faces of these people because they're about to come to the realization that there's no profit coming from having Trump in office. Right. There wasn't gonna be any profit from having Kamala in office. There's not gonna be any profit of them voting for these various politicians and different leaders of Congress or the House of Representatives and things of that nature, man. Right, nor being help, nor profit. They can't help you, right? You lose regardless. You put your hope in a vain system, in a system that was doomed to fail from the jump, right? That was never designed with you in mind, right? And now you're about to see the shame, as a result of it. You're about to feel that shame, and it's gonna happen sooner than later, you know. They're in a celebratory mood right now. They're relishing in, the liberal, tears that are coming from the loss of Kamala. But in the coming months, you're gonna start to see that shame cover their faces when they see that this man does not have their actual best interest at heart. Right? It says, but shame and also a reproach. Right? Let's see what that word reproach says. So I get driving right now. It says to address someone in a way to express disapproval or disappointment, man. So they're gonna be in the great disappointment, man. You know, they're all smiles right now, but soon it's gonna be shame and confusion, right? It's gonna be disappointment. It's gonna be disapproval. The burden. So let me get to this light. The burden of the beast of the south into the land of trouble and anguish, from whence come the young and old lion, the viper and fiery flying serpent. They will carry their riches upon the shoulders of young asses and their treasures upon the bunches of camels, to a people that shall not profit them, man. Right? They're giving all their hopes, right? They're giving all their finances, right? Right? You trust in your whole life to somebody who's not gonna profit you, man. Right? And this is what we're about to see. The brother had brought out how the stock market jumped as a result of the election, and people are gonna be fuck these people. They got demons on them, man. But the brother brought out how the stock market jumped after Trump won, and people are gonna look at that as a sign that the economy is on the upswing. So they're gonna be more comfortable in making various moves with their money. But what we're about to see is it's still gonna fail them, man. You know, it says for the Egyptians shall help in vain and to no purpose. Right. So the Egyptians, these Americans, right? These politicians shall help in vain. Right. These Edomites that you see out here in the what's the word, volunteer space, right? Anybody who says they have your best interest at heart, Jake, is lying to your face, and you're gonna see that soon come, right? And Trump didn't even hide that he doesn't really have anything, planned as far as improvement of your community, you know. But neither did Kamala, right? Neither of them really was, had you at their forefront of their mind, man. They just needed you uh, to secure whatever election, right? To secure these votes, right? Like I said, they shall help in vain and to no purpose. It says, so I have cried concerning this. Their strength is to sit still, right? So they're gonna watch as they watch this place crash and burn. They're gonna watch you suffer. You know, they're gonna put themselves in a state to try to escape this coming calamities, but ultimately they won't be able to escape it either. You know, so they can't if they can't help themselves, they damn sure can't help you. You know, So, that was pretty much the point, man. Just a quick lesson, en route to work. Just how, Jake thinks that they won by getting Trump in office, right? Infuriating the so-called black woman, you know, which has it has its comedic value. But at the end of the day, you still lose, right? Regardless of what your political your political siding is, right? Regardless of who you voted for, regardless of who you put your trust in, there's no winner in this situation, man, right? Because America is still going to be destroyed, right? There's no saving Babylon the Great. There's no healing of her bruise. There's nothing Trump can do, right, to lift this place up, you know? Uh, let's see if there's anything else in here. Uh, that's pretty much the point, man. Uh, okay. Yep. So, Lord willing, that was an edifying lesson to the spirit and private. How about Shema Shai? I want to close by giving our praises, glory, and honor to you. How about Shema Shai? Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, pushing this word without truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom, shalom. Hey, Kwam Yasharala and the Bible Ball. Shalom.